Hey, hello traders. Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Hope all of you are doing fine, especially after two volatile trading sessions. Now, today we can see that Nifty has been able to close flat, almost minus 14 points, and Bank Nifty has closed minus 120 points. Today I'll be sharing short-term view of Nifty Bank Nifty and especially about one important stock of Bank Nifty, which could decide the trend of the banking index for the next few trading sessions. All right. So going ahead with the Nifty weekly time frame chart, I would just like to point out towards last 4 to 5 candles, only this particular zone. Now, if you have a look towards this particular zone, you will notice overall the candles are within a zone of, on the downside, possibly you can say 22,800 or a little bit higher than that. And on the upside, we are somewhere around 23,800. So we are actually bouncing between 1,000 points of Nifty. And in terms of momentum, we do not have momentum. The trend is certainly down, but we do not have any sort of momentum, and that is visible with the RSI. It is just crooked over here. Okay. Going ahead in the daily time frame chart, we can clearly see that in terms of Dow theory, we do have a pretty much clear visible downtrend and with a high momentum downtrend as well. So we can see this 1, 2, 3 and this fourth place, especially where there was a possibility for swing traders to go short. Although if it would have traded above 23,800, then probably we could see a little bit more upside, which did not happen. Now, in the last two trading session, what we saw was a sudden bounce back from this low of 22,800. And this bounce has occurred just because of this previous low and one more support, which we will be able to see if we have a look at the weekly time frame chart. If I just plot this Fibonacci retracement, if you can see these two candles, number one and this 2 number candle. If I connect this candle horizontally, you can see that this resistance which is provided by the 2 candles is now providing a support zone for the price, and that is the reason prices are not able to fall further. Now we got clarity in the weekly time frame chart. We also got some clarity in the daily time frame chart. Now today's inverted hammer, what we have seen, because today what we have is an inverted hammer, and yesterday what we saw was a long-legged doji. And even RSI is looking bearish on the downside. And looking at the 2-hourly time frame chart, we can see that first we had this sudden rise, which I shared a video about, and then this sudden fall. After this sudden fall, since RSI was in the 30 zone or below 30 zone, which means we were oversold plus near a support, that is the reason we got a bounce back. And from this bounce back, we can see again support and resistance kicking in this zone of 23,250 to 23,300. And now we are facing some short-term resistance in this zone. Now for extreme short-term traders, I would say like swing traders, I think this is not a good time to go possibly initiate some short trades on the downside, because this was a very good place. If you're holding previous trades, if you're holding old trades, then it is fine. You can continue to hold them with the trailing stop losses. At a point in the market where Nifty is just 200 points away from a support, it is certainly not wise to initiate new short positions. It could be really deadly. So you can continue holding older positions with a trailing stop. If we start trading below today's low, say for example this particular low, which is at 22,900, I would give just 50 points more leeway. So if we start trading below 50 points or maybe 100 points, just 50 points I would say, below this particular low, today's low, then we could test this previous low or yesterday's low, and maybe Nifty will certainly try to trade below that also. It will not be easy, but it is probable. Okay. Now going ahead with Bank Nifty's chart is slightly differently posed. First of all, if you have a look at the weekly time frame chart, in terms of trend, the trend is down. But if you have a look at the momentum, then momentum is slowly and steadily going on the upside. trend and momentum both are of the, you can say, same ship, but at times they work differently. So you can see prices overall have creeped up. Even this particular candle, which is the current week's candle, has a lower wick on the downside. So the momentum is on the upside. Now, in terms of trend, yes, the trend is down in the weekly time frame chart. In terms of trend in the daily time frame chart, yes, again the trend is down. But yesterday what happened was, after this rally, we got a resistance over here, and we have been able to found a support at the 61.80% Fibonacci retracement. This is the first thing. Now, before going ahead, first let's have a look at the 2-hourly time frame charts. In the 2-hourly time frame charts, we are facing short-term resistance, I would say. The word is short-term. From this band, which is between 50,000 possibly, or just below 50,000 to 49,700. This entire resistance band is providing short-term resistance for the price. Now, this is going to be very tricky, but if we start trading above today's high, then we could see higher prices coming up. And if we trade below today's low, then we could also see lower prices coming up. The main reason for that, the main reason for this upper levels and lower levels is simply because the trend is down, but the momentum is on the upside. When generally making money is much easier when the trend and when the momentum both are on the downside. And this was evident in one of the sectors. I'll come to that just in a minute. But I'll just repeat, if we start trading above today's high, then some upper levels will be visible in Bank Nifty. But if we start trading below today's low, probably tomorrow or on Monday, then some lower levels will be possible in Bank Nifty as well. And the main deciding factor over here could be HDFC Bank. If you have a look at HDFC Bank, it has given a steep bounce back. Then it has given a sudden fall. After a sudden fall, if you have a look over here, momentum on the upside, again a correction, but it's not ready to break this particular level. So again, if it starts trading above, you can say possibly 1720 or something, and if it sustains, then we could have some higher levels possible in HDFC Bank as well. Okay. And about the trend and momentum part, which I was talking, was visible in Realty. If you just have a look at this particular sector, it was a very, very clear example where the trend, with the momentum, everything was on the downside. There was absolutely no questions. If you just have a look at stocks like DLF, see the way they have fallen. If you have a look at Prestige Estate, even Godrej Properties. So these are very clear examples where the trend is also down and where the momentum is also down. So generally making money is a little bit more easier. Easier is not the word, but it is lesser difficult when the trend and momentum both are with you. All right. So overall, before I end the video, I would just like to share my overall thought process that this is not a very good time to initiate too many trading positions. If you have initiated, if you are first of all a derivatives trader, if you have initiated short positions somewhere in this zone or maybe in this zone, you should certainly be booking partial profits. Wait with the trailing stop loss. If this low is broken, as I said, so that Nifty can trend lower if today's low is broken, then we would try to test yesterday's low or maybe lower. But initiating new trading positions as of now is not a very wise decision. All right. Trade less, trade wisely. Thank you.